it's 6 o'clock. We're going to call the Cedar Creek Township meeting to order. At 6 o'clock p.m., we're meeting in the Cedar Creek Township Hall. The meeting will be posted on our website within the next few days. Nancy, will you please lead us in the pledge?
Oh, thank you, I the honor. I
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, Nancy.
Great.
Tonight is a little bit different. You will have 3 opportunities for public comment. The first concerns anything that appears on tonight's agenda. The second will be, and that's with the exception, the first comment is with the exception of the ORV comments. The second on the agenda will be the public hearing, and that pertains to ORV comments. The third is the public comment section is anything that pertains to Cedar Creek Township that's of your interest. Each comment session is for 2 minutes, so if you would please limit your comments to 2 minutes. Thank you. Clerk Skinner, if you would please call the roll.
Trustee Wright.
Here.
Treasurer Jarvis.
Here.
Supervisor Arts.
Here.
Clerk Skinner is here.
Thank you. Now, may I please have a motion to...
I'll make a motion to
Oh.
approve the agenda.
Well, we have one addition.
Oh.
We need to add the letter from Clerk Skinner under new business. So if I could have that motion.
I'll make that motion.
I'll support.
Any questions or discussion? Okay, motion carries. Okay, board members have been provided a hard copy of the minutes from August 1st, and that is a special board minutes, and the regular minutes from August 9th in their packets. Are there any questions or edits on
I'll
those
make a
minutes?
motion to accept the August 1st, 2022 minutes. You gotta do these separate?
Yes.
Do we
Okay.
need to do them separately?
Necessity. That's just.
Oh, that's a typo. Okay, it is August 9th, I believe.
Yes.
Okay.
Bob for the first.
I will support.
All right, any questions or edits on that? All right, motion carries. Then August 9th.
I'll make a motion to approve the minutes from the August 9th meeting.
I'll support.
Any questions or edits on those minutes? All right, none? All right, you want to,
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
aye?
Aye.
Opposed?
All right, motion carries. Thank you. The minutes are done. Treasurer's report.
Our August 1st, 2022 general fund beginning balance was $1,420,607.63. Revenues totaled $68,335.44. Expenditures totaled $66,351.21, leaving an ending balance of $1,422,591.86.
Okay, does anyone have any questions?
I do not have a question on this. I looked it over and
I did too. I actually went in and talked to Heather about some questions that I had in advance. And Heather was kind enough also to send me some information about following up on the grant for the playground equipment, which I will do soon. So, thank you for this. We'll place this on file then. Thank you, Heather.
No problem.
Clerk Skinner. The next, I've covered it up, will be our disbursements. Do you have anything other than the regular bills?
I've been on vacation.
So you don't know, is that what you're telling me?
No, it's just normal stuff. I've actually just got back into it, and we're getting ready to go again tomorrow, so everything's normal.
Everything,
Yep.
okay. Could I have a motion to pay the regular bills
I'll
then?
make the motion.
I'll support.
All right.
Thank you.
Any questions or concerns or anything?
No.
All right, since we're spending money, may I have a roll call vote, please?
Jarvis,
Yes.
Wright,
Yes.
Arts.
Yes.
Skinner, yes.
Motion carries. Correspondence. Mr. Skinner, do you have any correspondence that needs to be addressed?
I have nothing of significance.
Anyone else on the board?
I have nothing.
I do not either. So much for that one. Public comments, anything on the agenda for this evening? Anyone have any public comments? Going twice. Public comments going 3 times.
So,
I'm guessing you're all here for the ORV ordinance. Okay, then with
get to
nothing.
it.
Pardon?
Let's get to it.
Okay, then I am going to open up the public hearing on the ORV ordinance. Just one moment, I do have a few things I need to say. Cedar Creek had a committee on the ORV ordinance, and some of you may remember that. I see a few of the people in the audience that were, few of the citizens that were involved in that committee. And that committee actually took place before the pandemic. So that's quite some time ago. This pandemic has been around for a while. So it stalled because we were not able to get anything through with the county. So we kind of just let it go by the wayside. As I stated in my Facebook post, the public came to us, to the board, seeking an ORV ordinance. We did not create it here. It wasn't something that we just decided to do. They came to us seeking that we do this for the township, which is why the board must now make a decision. Holton, Dalton, and Eggleston Townships all have an ORV ordinance, as does County. Cedar Creek Township did its due diligence. We worked long and hard on this, and worked with appropriate governing bodies before bringing this ordinance forward. Some have said that we overthought it. However, we believe in erring on the side of caution. Please note that the golf cart ordinance was separated out by resolution. Copies are available for you if you didn't get one. They're available for you in the back. By state law, very few roads in this township are legal for driving the 35 miles per hour speed limit allowable for golf carts, which is why we saw fit to separate these 2 documents. This is now enacted, but only on posted roads of 30 miles per hour. So, with that said, I will now open the public hearing to public comments. Please remember that each citizen has 2 minutes for comments. Please come forward so that the camera can better capture your statements. So if you'd go right there, please. Anyone who would like to make a public statement? Whoa.
Okay.
I've said what I've wanted to say for a while now.
Cole,
so.
you made your comment last time. Yes, you were in favor of this. No public comments on the ORV? Okay.
Oh,
Lorraine, Do you have any additional comments that you'd like to make?
No, I don't. Do we need to make a motion to open and close it?
The
No,
public hearing?
not the public.
Okay.
No.
Our part.
Okay, I must admit, I'm surprised. Not very often that I'm that surprised, but I will admit to being surprised right now. So,
Close the public
I
hearing.
would like to, I do need a motion, I think, to close the public
I
hearing.
make a motion to close the hearing.
Yeah,
Support.
all right,
In lieu of nobody talking.
yeah.
All in favor?
Okay,
Aye.
I'm sorry. I did
He
it.
said, all in favor, I said aye.
She has to say questions.
yeah, yeah.
Okay.
All right, does anyone have any concerns or anything that?
I think we beat this horse up enough. I'm ready to vote.
Okay, all right, so we're going to, with that said, we,
Motion to close the public hearing.
Motion,
All in
yeah.
favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes carry.
okay. Then the next item on the agenda is the board vote on the ORV ordinance. So, I would like, we've heard, well, we didn't hear from the citizens, we heard from them individually. Many people have called us. I have actually taken a number of calls from citizens asking about the ordinance. People are driving in the township, quite frankly, already driving in the township. Our goal was to prevent, excuse me, I need to take a sip, but our goal was to prevent citizens from getting tickets. You can get a ticket of upwards of $200 if you're caught driving illegally, and that was one of the goals that we strove to prevent people from getting tickets. So, with that said, could I please have a motion?
I make a motion that we vote on this.
To, we either have
To
to
what?
move the
Adopt it.
ORV forward.
And move it forward.
Are we adopting it?
To adopt the ORV ordinance.
Let's vote.
Motion to adopt? Is that what
Motion
you're
to
making?
adopt.
Okay, I'll support that.
I'd like a roll call vote
Now
on
we can
this if I
talk.
could.
Now we can
Now
talk
we can
about
talk
it.
about it.
Yeah, now you can talk about it.
Okay. All right. This is one of those things where I think I'm gonna vote for the greater good, but I did want to relate a story that happened, very short, I promise, this weekend on my road with two young ladies on ATVs. And we're not legal yet, but one of them flipped their ATV into the ditch and spilled gas and oil into the ditch. And she's okay, and the ATV's okay, but that's one of the things I worry about if we open it up to off-road vehicles, you know, willy-nilly and all that. But I know we've done a lot of work on this, and people are going to do what they're going to do. So having said that, I am prepared to vote for the greater good, but I do have my concerns about ORVs on the road. So I just want that to be noted, because they are off-road vehicles. Did I say that right?
You did,
Okay.
you did. I think the operative word, you said they weren't, were they were not
I don't know.
of age?
I don't know that they were or wasn't. I wasn't.
Okay.
It's a neighbor that I'm trying to build a relationship with, and I didn't call the police when I maybe should have, but I try not to do that. So I thought I might let them know that there is an ordinance almost in effect, but
Okay.
no, just kind of a me thing.
I will make the statement that it is, Lorraine, I'm correct, am I not, that it is on the holder of the vehicle to maintain all of their
Oh yeah.
their appropriate licenses and insurance, and I'm
Be safe to
making
be
a
safe.
statement after this to follow, once, should we pass this as a board, once it is effective, and they are every bit as liable as, or more so, because we have an ordinance in effect. And if they don't follow this, one of the things that we have to do, part of our due diligence, and that Lorraine is well aware of, is Lorraine is our zoning ordinance zoning administrator. She then has to follow through by sending this, once it's signed, to the road commission, to the DNR, to the state of Michigan, to their, who's
Everybody.
to,
That's been done already.
but we have to, we just have to let them know that we have in fact passed it. That's the due diligence part after we pass it, to let them know that it has been done, that it's enforced. So, so that's the next step after this, so that they know that it's legal, to the police department, so they know that the date that it's passed and effective. So, and it goes in the newspaper, in Sunday's newspaper, following the date, following today's passage of this, should we in fact do so as a board. And it becomes effective 30 days thereafter. So it's up to everyone who drives an ORV to follow the rules and regulations. That's,
There's always gonna be that.
it's just like us,
1 or
driving a car.
2%, that's my thing.
yeah, but
There's
it's just
always
like
gonna be
us
those
driving a
guys.
car. So it's no difference. So,
So,
no more said on that. I think, anyone else have any discussion?
I have nothing.
Then I call for a vote.
and I get to do that one too. Miss Arts,
Yes.
Jarvis,
Yes.
Wright,
Absolutely, yes.
Skinner. Yes.
Okay. A motion to adopt the ORV ordinance passes. Thank you, members of the board, members of the township. Next on the agenda is the separation of the vote for ZBA for Fred Essink and Ron Arts. And this was a vote that was conducted in August, and I screwed up. So I own it. Last month, the board voted on Fred Essink and Ron Arts for ZBA membership. And I made a mistake. I hate it when that happens. And I was so worried that citizens might think that I was voting for my husband, as that I was putting him forward for ZBA membership. But the reality is, he was on the ZBA long before I became supervisor. And I was so caught up in that I wasn't even thinking straight. So I didn't think about it when they called the vote, and I just voted for him. He is, in fact, I always call him Ron Arts. Even though we're married, I always say Ron Arts. But I just voted yes. I should have abstained from the vote. So we are going to correct that. I apologize to you all as voters. So, but I believe in honesty and transparency. So please forgive me for that. And we are going to separate that vote, and I will sit out the vote for Ron Arts for ZBA. So I believe in it, and even when it makes you uncomfortable, you do the right thing. So with that said, may I have a motion to approve Fred Essink to the ZBA with a term expiring on 12/25?
I'll make that motion.
Support.
Are there any questions or further discussion on this?
No.
Okay, voice vote, please.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
Motion carries. May I have a motion to approve Ron Arts to the ZBA with the term expiring on 12/24?
I'll make that motion.
I will support.
Any further discussion?
That was 12/24, sorry.
Yes. You had a motion and a support. Any further discussion?
Nope.
Okay, voice vote, please.
All in favor, aye?
Aye.
Opposed?
I'll
You're
abstain.
abstained, right.
Yes. Motion carries. Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you.
School Resource Officer. I've met with Holton Public Schools Superintendent Bain, Blue Lake Supervisor Arbogast, Supervisor Jager, and Captain Brown of the Sheriff's Department regarding the possibility of a school resource officer. The meeting has been very productive. It does not look right now as though Holton will be joining us in this endeavor at this point. With that said, we are still working on moving forward, and even though the cost will obviously be more without Holton participating in this, I don't think it will be cost prohibitive. The contract is for a 3-year period. The Sheriff's Department is working on creating this contract for us, and they hope that this will be ready for us for our October board meeting. Dr. Bain put out a family newsletter which he sent to an email list that he has, but I put copies in the back for you, which does a great job of explaining the school resource officer. So if you didn't pick one up, please do so before you leave. So if you have any questions, I'd be happy to answer those. Does anyone have any questions on that school resource officer? Normally I don't ask at this point, but I would be happy to.
And Holton's not gonna help?
They, quite frankly, their budget, they don't feel that their budget will support it. And they had already placed a lot of money in a big road project, a huge road project, actually a downtown project, which was going to eat up a great deal more than they had anticipated and would prevent them from participating in this project. So that's the way it appears. We're saying likely not participating. So that's where we are at this particular time. Okay, the Muskegon River Watershed Assembly. On August 25th, we had a great meeting with some state, federal government scientists from the state and federal government, along with the Watershed Assembly scientists. And you know, it's difficult to sit in a meeting and know, well, it's not difficult, but you know when you are clearly way out of your pay grade. These are some smart people. And I was awestruck by their level of intelligence. And these people are all working on the Maple River project, which should give us a great deal of comfort in knowing that whatever program they decide or whatever projects they decide, and they're going to come up with a number of different scenarios, they'll be good ones. And whatever it is, they'll come up with ideas that whatever it is, it could be reversed. So I think we should feel very comfortable. I know that it was good to be, and they're going to come up with ways that we can help communicate this. Because I'm stumbling over, I'm not a scientist. I could barely understand some of the things that they were saying. I just know that Chuck lives along the Maple River, and he was away at the time, or he would have been able to join us. This is just an amazing project for Cedar Creek. It's bringing a lot of money into the township. It has some incredible things to do with the wild rice And should count ourselves as very fortunate that these people are studying this, and along with Bridgeton Township as well. So I'm pretty awestruck by what's happening, and the amount of money that this research is bringing into our township is pretty darned amazing as well. So any of you who might be interested in this Maple River project, Muskegon River Watershed is hosting an event on Tuesday, September 13 from 5 to 8 p.m. at the 7 Mile Inn, and it's near the Maple River area. It's Discover Maple River. It's free to Bridgeton and Cedar Creek Township stakeholders. And I think the last time I looked, they still had some seating. Reservations are required for this. The event includes dinner, live music, and a cash bar. And if you are interested, contact me and I'll give you the registration information. Okay, new business. Anyone have any questions on the board on this?
No.
Okay. Now we're moving to new business, and this is the vote to fill the vacancy for the trustee position. The members of the board had an opportunity to meet with the candidates during Open Meetings Act work sessions. Now it's time for the board to make a decision. The candidates in alphabetical order are John Anderson, Brian Beeman, Dirk Burkett, and Jessica King. To that end, would a member of the board like to make a nomination for the candidate of his or her choice?
I'll make a nomination that we support Brian Beeman.
Is there a second for that nomination?
I second
Does anyone have any questions or wish any further discussion on this nomination?
I will just say that we were fortunate. It was a good problem to have. We had a lot of candidates, and they were all good candidates, and it was not an easy. I haven't had an easy time trying to figure out who to choose. It's been very difficult, but
I'm going to echo that comment. I found this to be a very, very difficult decision to make. I've labored over this. First of all, in a time when it's very difficult to get people to volunteer for much of anything, I think we originally had 6 people come forward on this. And then when people found out that the base was so robust, that we had people who saw that the base was so robust and strong, they said, for the good of the township, we want to drop out of this. And so they felt that that was the best thing to do for Cedar Creek, because they felt so strongly that we had good candidates here. So I think that speaks volumes for the people that came forward to join the ranks of the candidates for Cedar Creek trustee. And I want to commend them all for considering this position. And I want to thank everyone who came forward and considered this position. I know some of you said if you weren't nominated, if you weren't selected for this position, you would consider running. And that played strongly too in our thought process.
Made it harder.
Pardon?
Only 2 times since I've been on this board, I've lost sleep over a decision on this board. And this is one of them.
same.
Only one other thing where I've laid there going, oh my God, oh my God. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Usually I just go, see you tomorrow. But this is the second time since I've been on this board. So kudos to all of you that presented and presented yourselves well. Thank you very much. That being said,
Time to call a vote.
you're out, right? Aren't you a tiebreaker?
I'm the
She
tiebreaker.
votes last.
I vote last on this
Oh,
one.
last. Can you create a tie?
Yes,
And she's not a tiebreaker.
Well-
She could be a tie maker.
that's why we need a trustee.
I'm just asking.
A tie vote is a no vote when you only have 4.
Right.
Yeah.
You ready?
Ready when you are.
Right.
Yes.
R.S. Jarvis.
Yes.
Skinner, yes.
Yes. Welcome, Mr. Beeman.
Do I swear him in now?
Yeah, no, we will swear him in on, well, you could at the end of this meeting, you could do that.
Okay.
Yes, yes. And thank you once again to all of those of you who came
Yes.
forward. We sincerely appreciate you for this, for your efforts. Thank you very much.
I expect the clerk will be accepting your filings next year.
The next order of business is the proclamation for Constitution Week. And County Commissioner Pego has asked that we prepare a proclamation for Constitution Week, which is the week of September 17th through 23rd. May I please have a motion to determine if there is interest in creating this proclamation?
I'll make a motion, and then we'll have to
Okay.
do support.
I will support Bob's motion to discuss.
Okay.
But that, it concerns me because we gotta come up with a seal, right? We have to have our own township seal and.
We don't have, so we're entertaining motion to discuss at this point, and we have neither a logo or a seal.
I vote that we don't do a proclamation.
I thought we were just like supporting
The-
Pego?
the governor's, well, I
Oh, the
received
governor?
a copy of the governor's
Okay. I
proclamation.
would like to say I'm the only Republican up here on the board.
I
so-
thought we were just like acknowledging
We're
her
acknowledging,
proclamation. I didn't know that we were supposed to create our own.
we create our own. We have language,
Okay.
we have sample language. Unfortunately, Cedar Creek does not have existing logo, nor do we have a seal. I would like to suggest at some point in the very near future that we create a logo.
Right.
I think.
Because we're really not ready for
Could
it.
have a deer hoof. Or a muskrat, a raccoon hoof.
Well,
Are we
whatever.
known for our raccoon?
We could do that.
Get a roadkill in here. All right, so maybe.
Okay, that's
I'm
off
just saying.
topic, yes. But, I mean, as much as I would like to do this, it is unfortunate in my mind that Cedar Creek Township does not have a logo, nor do we have a seal other than your, yeah.
Raccoon print.
So
Yeah.
it don't allow us to do it right now.
I can create something, I'm pretty good at creating things, but
I would rather have you working on the grant for the playground.
I can see this as being like we really can't do this well. If we can't do it well, I don't really want to do it. But at the same time, it has identified the fact that we need to move forward with some other stuff, process, office stuff. Maybe we can use this to move in that direction.
I think this has called attention to what I have thought to be a very real problem that we are lacking these things.
You don't like my letterhead, so.
No, I don't. Sorry, Chuck.
I thought it was kind of cute.
So,
No raccoon prints. either.
no raccoon prints. So, all right, then I will just formally call for a vote that I'm just going to suggest then not a vote, but I will suggest, if everyone supports, that I contact Commissioner Pego and say, unfortunately, at this time, we do not have the correct, we are lacking a logo and seal, and therefore we are not in a position to do it at this time.
I agree.
If everyone's in favor, I will handle it that way.
Aye.
If I have support for that,
Yep.
Well, we're voting on?
I don't think we need a vote.
Okay.
We're not doing it.
Chuck was looking at me like he wanted to vote.
Trying to give you that lead. Yes.
No.
Okay, so Arch will contact Pego.
Yeah. Thank you. We made that a non-vote. Sorry.
It wasn't gonna go.
Yeah, it would. Thank you. Now, the addition that we had to the agenda was the letter from Clerk Skinner. And Clerk Skinner, I'm turning this over to you.
You're turning it over to me?
I'm turning it over to you.
You want me to read it?
Yes.
Okay. Dear fellow board members, it is with pain in my heart that I ask you to please accept my resignation as the Cedar Creek Township Clerk effective 15 September 2022. I accept the position as clerk on a temporary basis and now feel that it is best for me to step out of the way. We've made great progress, and I can truly say I enjoy my time here and will miss the work and its sometimes crazy environment. While there's never a great time to step aside, I feel that this one is best for the most people, but obviously not for everyone. If you so choose, Ms. Bidwell has shown that she can perform many of the clerk's assigned duties, and she will have awesome support if needed. I hope to see you all in the future as a member of the board. As I said, I did enjoy the work, the time, and the people.
I vote no on this.
No motion, so. I wanted to put that out there so that it could be voted on tonight, so we can move forward, not have to wait for another meeting or a special
Okay.
meeting, so that's
Thank
why I put it out there
you. We
tonight.
do appreciate that. May I please have a motion to regretfully accept and thank Mr. Skinner for his service to Cedar Creek Township?
I'll make the motion.
Fine, I'll support
Under duress, Heather is saying.
Begrudgingly, I will support it.
Begrudgingly supporting it. So we have no alternative. I mean, we could tell him no, we wouldn't accept it, and he's gonna leave anyway, so.
I'm not going too far,
Yeah.
folks.
We can call upon Mr. Skinner if we need his help. So I will require a vote on this. Does anyone have any questions for Mr. Skinner? Anyone?
I would like to say that I did have a nice conversation with Mr. Stamey today. I thank him for coming in and talking with me. And we've actually started taking steps to get him in position, because I think you're still unopposed in November. So he should technically be at work in November. So with that being said, he is getting ready. I mean, we're starting that process. It's a process, so. And that was very timely on his part to walk in the door, so.
Yeah.
So,
Okay, may I have a vote, please? Roll call.
Arts,
Yes.
Wright,
Yes.
Jarvis,
Yes.
Thank you. We did have to formally accept this.
Skinner.
You can. Thank you very much, and thank you, Mr. Skinner, for your service. I appreciate it. Okay, board comments. I'm going to start first, if you wouldn't mind. And then we're going to give everyone an opportunity. The tire drive, don't forget, our tire drive is the 17th, Saturday the 17th, from 8 in the morning until 1. Donuts and pizza. So I really would appreciate a sign up, because Right now, we have 3 or 4 people that have signed up. And that means a bunch of old ladies are going to be hauling those tires in, and that's not going to work well. So we'll try, but it's not going to work well.
Can I traffic regulate that day?
No.
Somebody's got to stack the bottom up.
Oh, that was cruel.
Oh, that's your job. Sorry.
Next.
Kathy Olson is going to be at the recycling center that day. She's volunteered to do that because I will be here throwing tires. I posted the income level for the MoCap. It's back there, but it's also on Facebook. So please let people know. If you know other people who might need that, please let them know to go to Facebook, the Cedar Creek Township, our Facebook page here, Cedar Creek Township, Muskegon County, so that they'll know to look at it or to call the Township Hall, and we will get them that information. We're getting about 5 more flowering trees from Wimserdick for our Township Park, and that was from the grant that Wimserdick helped us with, so we are eternally grateful to them because these trees looked great. They were brand new, and they already looked really nice this year. So, and your newsletters that we wrote should be arriving in your homes. They went out Thursday, and I know that some people got them already on Saturday, and they're starting to go into the home, get into the homes. Please return your surveys. The Planning Commission worked really hard on those. We're starting to get the surveys back in now, and your comments matter to the master plan. So please, please, please return those surveys. Okay, that's all I have to say. Next, this is your last time up at bat here.
Yeah. I have a few things left that I want to get done. Got some more shelves in the back of my truck, put in for that election storage downstairs, and a few more things. You mentioned the tire drive. I'm glad you threw in the pizza and the donuts. I think that's going to be a big sell. You don't have to be a big muscle-bound guy to help. It does help, but you don't have to be. And even 30 minutes is a big help. We've had people come in, drop off their tires, and stay for an hour. That's fantastic. Whatever we can get is a big help. But please, even if you can't be there, send your son, send your cousin, send somebody. Tell your wife there's free pizza. I don't care. Just send somebody down here. We need help.
It's for everybody in the county, the whole county.
Yeah, we didn't close the doors on this. It can be anybody non-business. So, it's a great event. I mean, we got 3?
Mm-hmm.
We'll get 3 tractor trailer loads of tires out of your community and save the environment. So that's huge. So please come out and help. Other than that, thanks for letting me be here for a while.
I'll add to the tire drive. The township, we used to be able to get the Pay It Back program. What that was, it was the sheriff's department would let some folks get out of jail for the day and they would come out and do the tires. They don't have that opportunity since COVID. So now we're doing it ourselves, but we do it because if we don't, them 3,000 tires that we put in them 3 trailers are gonna end up in our backyard somewhere. So, and it, and the volunteers, the more we have, the easier it is on everybody. But Heather, last year my hat was off to her, man. She had them tires just a flinging them. You almost took a couple people off their feet a couple times.
Gotta get out of the way.
But yeah, anybody that can come, man, we'd love to have you. And supervisors buying donuts and water, and then we donated money for pizza for lunch. So please come out and help out. Keep them tires out of our 2 tracks, our hunting areas.
Yeah, Heather can
By
throw a
the
mean
rivers.
tire.
That's all I
It's-
have.
it's
Other than to
tiring.
thank Chuck.
Oh.
Thank you very much. We're gonna miss you, but you'll still be around, I know. So we'll see you.
I'll be here to bug you about.
Heather?
Friendly reminder, September 14th is the last date to pay your summer taxes without a penalty. So if you haven't been in to see me, don't forget.
Such a pleasant thing to talk about.
Yeah. Okay, public
Wait,
comment.
one more
Oh,
thing.
Yeah.
Thank you, Ms. Grabinski, for the ORV.
Oh,
All your
good,
work.
good, yes,
Yeah.
thank you.
Thank
very
you.
much.
Yeah.
I know you did a lot of work on it, so.
That was a lot of work. We really appreciate it. We'll find more projects for you.
Okay, sorry. Yeah, public, right?
Yes, public comments.
Taxation is theft.
There you go.
Public comments, anything concerning anything in the township? Yes, Nancy.
Hi, Nancy Beeman. I'm.
Nancy,
Oh,
he's getting the back of your
I have to go over
head.
here.
Andy, as much as Andy likes you, he'd prefer not to see the back of your head.
Now that's good. My backside is not my best side. This is for the board. I have a question for you guys. A couple different times in this, you are saying you don't have time, like the proclamation for Constitution Week. You don't have time because you have other things to do, like the playground equipment. Keep going on that, girl. But why don't you ask for committees to be formed? There's people that would help.
Nancy, it wasn't that we didn't have time. It wasn't that we don't have the logo, nor do we have the seal.
Correct.
We don't have time to make and like literally the calendar days to make it.
Oh, so that's not gonna be for next year?
No. We
It's
wanna get it
now.
for
Now.
I'm
It's September 17th through the 23rd. A logo doesn't currently exist for
Okay.
Cedar Creek,
11
nor
days.
does a seal.
Well, there's still a committee. There's people here that would like to help.
And I appreciate that.
Yeah, there's people here that would like to help.
Consider the list. You're on the list. You never should have said that, Nancy.
I'm gonna put down
I will
committee
sit
chair.
down.
Thank you, Nancy.
I'm now on a committee.
And I know how to reach you. Any other public comments?
Scared them all off with that one.
Yeah.
I'm afraid to say so.
Public comments, committee list. Going twice. Public comments, going 3 times. Another fast meeting.
I'm gonna stick around in case anybody's got real questions.
All right, with that said, could we have a motion to adjourn?
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
Sport, boy, that was quick.
She's good. She's good.